Emmerdale's Fiona Wade talks Priya Sharma and children. Her stressed Emmerdale character Priya Sharma might not be the best advert for motherhood right now, but Fiona Wade insists her screen storylines have definitely not put her off having her own brood one day. Single mum Priya is struggling to cope as she holds down a demanding job while bringing up daughter Emmerdale on her own. But Fiona, who has played Priya for 6 years, says, "I would definitely like a family of my own one day. I like children and I've got lots of nieces and nephews who are gorgeous. It is something I haven't thought about massively. I've been very career-orientated so far, but maybe I should." The little girl who plays Emmerdale is adorable. She is so good. She comes into work with a big smile and she knows what to do. She is amazing. Hopefully I'll be blessed myself one day. Priya, meanwhile, is having a far less happy experience of family life and has found herself under suspicion after bruises were found on her niece, Eliza. Last week, worried about his daughter's health, Eliza's father Chris Bisson called an ambulance. But this week, as the family wait at the hospital for further information, Priya's father Rishi Bhaskar Patel suggests she might be behind the child's injuries. "Priya is really stressed and vulnerable at the moment," says Fiona, 38. Ever since she had an affair with Pete Barton, she lost Pete's girlfriend Layla as her best friend. So she now don't really have anyone. Her marriage failed, she is a single mom and she is always having to fight at work, at the factory, to prove herself. She had a big meeting with some very difficult clients and she lost her temper with them. Then she got the wrong end of the stick with Pete. She thought he invited her out for a drink and she turned up at the pub and actually he didn't mean her. As everything piled up on top of her, viewers saw Priya crack last week while looking after Emmerdale and Eliza. Frustrated that neither of the girls would eat, she lost her temper and picked up a plate of pasta and threw it at the wall. With Rishi having caught the tail end of her outburst and heard the children screaming, he is the first to suspect Priya may be behind Eliza's mystery bruises. When Eliza is taken into hospital, Rishi remembers that Priya lost her temper and wonders if she could have done something. Fiona says, "He has got it very wrong. It is absolutely not what happened, but the family all then become suspicious. I think Rishi instantly regrets it, because social services and the police get involved and it is taken very seriously and there is a whole big inquiry. All the family are questioned, but when Priya's interview points to her being a suspect in Eliza's potential abuse, she is mortified. She is a mother, she adores Emmerdale and Eliza and can't believe anyone would think she was capable of doing something like that. It is completely unthinkable," Fiona says. Devastated, Priya quits her job at the factory and leaves the family home and moves into the B&B. Everything collapses and she is really feeling quite isolated, Fiona explains. She just feels like the world is against her. She has lost her job and her home and she has convinced her family don't trust her. She is very angry and upset. Fiona has every sympathy for Priya's current situation. "She did have a meltdown, but I don't think it is that unusual," she insists. She is a working mom, she is stressed and on her own. She just had a bad day and went a bit over the top and regretted it. These things happen and I think a lot of women will identify with her. Fiona, who divides her time between a flat near the Emmerdale studios and Leeds and her home in North London, is thankfully having a happier time of life than her screen character. "I am with someone right now," she smiles. He is an actor and writer based in London.